So we knew this day was coming. Apple warned us, said, yeah, we're going to be raising the prices soon, but it's still them being announced today. The new prices is just like a punch. If you don't know what's been going on with price hikes in general, and Tim Cook a couple weeks ago said, who's currently the CEO, he's going to be out September 1st, though that's a side story. He said it's inevitable, like we have to increase our prices at this point. And I'll put a picture here of, and feel free to pause and look at it, how much they've raised things today. Pretty much on every product except for the Apple Watch and iPhone. I might be missing something, I don't know if I am, but pretty much every other product has been raised to some degree. So right now with the chip production, we've seen this with a lot of other companies and industries, things like that, that have had to raise their prices. Notice I say have had, because in the chip production right now, all these tech companies are basically investing so heavily in AI, and they need so many chips for this AI that is like kind of like the king of the market right now, and that's like bringing in a lot more money than some of the other avenues and things like that, or they're willing to pay more. So obviously the chip manufacturers, good old capitalism, are going to go for the ones that has a higher rate, which means that other chip production, which if you have a computer chip, it's in like, if you're watching this on a phone right now, there's a chip in that. If you're on a computer, there's a chip in like almost every kind of technology we use. Those things are getting less and less produced because AI is being pumped all over the place. There's a great book, not just on this kind of phenomenon, but just the chip kind of war in general. It's called Chip War by Chris Miller. I read it earlier this year. Really, really great if you want to learn more about the kind of precarious situation we are with chips in general right now. Also, if you're interested in like Apple in general and how they are in terms of production and things like that. Apple in China by Patrick McGee, which I read last year, that came out last year as well. Another really great book. But these companies have kind of said, like I said, Tim Cook said it was inevitable. We had to update our prices. But it's kind of like, it's not necessarily inevitable. It's like you're making it inevitable. I mean, Apple, I see them differently than like a Google or a ChatGPT, but they still are contributing in a big way to the AI of it all. Even they just had their WWDC earlier this month, and they're going full in on it finally, some people would say. But like, it's not necessarily inevitable. It's like you guys are the ones doing this to the market, and also the prices could stay the same, but it's like, oh, we have to raise it because we have to make sure we keep our shareholders on our good sides. Or the whole kind of thing like, oh, AI is inevitable. Yeah, but again, you're pushing AI on us. It doesn't have to be inevitable. It's like you are just trying to figure out how to continue to make a quick buck. Again, that good old capitalism that's just like raging out here. Anyway, these prices, some of them are quite steep. I'd be interested to see what's going to happen with the iPhone in September, but we knew it was coming, but